Right. Welcome to Healing Chat by Talicious, created by Kaz UK. I'm gonna be your host today, and I've got my co-host here today.
Hello everybody, welcome back. And I am Samantha, if you have not been here before. Right guys, so let's just get into it. So, everyone goes through different life events. Everyone has ups, downs, but after those life events, how do you rediscover yourself? Like, what are things that maybe you've done in the past or that people have done about that journey of rediscovery? Because it is so important. Every time that something happens, you change a little bit.
That's true.
There's a bit of you changes.
I think it's much bigger. It's like if it's something traumatic.
Yeah.
The more traumatic things are,
Yeah.
people have to go to rediscovering themselves. So, what has happened to me?
Didn't you take yourself away for a while?
Yes, I did that as well. You know what? I'm a queen of pivots, right? I always go through rediscovering myself all the time. I had a moment I lived in, just booked a whole bungalow in Barbados, and I stayed there by myself for almost 2 months. That was a big self-discovery for me. And then another one was like after my C-section delivery was very, very traumatic. Yeah. I'm someone that literally, I don't like pain. I have no threshold.
No pain threshold.
I've got no pain threshold, and going through like having a C-section and all that, at that point I felt like, you know what, I need so short.
Yeah. Yeah. It's scary that. It's a scary thought, like you never know.
You just never know. And it's like, people don't realize how easy that like women die doing trend.
Yes.
Like literally a big statistics to that. And after that, I went through a self-discovery, deeper one. Like, I realized, life is short. Why don't I just do what I want to do?
Yeah.
So definitely. Have you had something like that?
I think, not as dramatic as yours. Like, not taking myself away for 2 months.
Yeah.
I think for me, a bit of it was when I went to Cambodia and did that charity work for a month.
Yeah.
Having no phone, just being in the village. No, I had no. I took a phone with me, but the only thing I could use it for was to take photos.
Yeah.
So I had no contact with anyone except for like maybe one weekend every 2 weeks we'd go and stay in a hotel to do our washing.
Yeah.
So that we could do our washing, and I would get to my mum and dad and be like, I am still alive. It's all. But yeah, I think that made a massive difference for me and looking at life different. Like you say, like I took a step back from like the busyness.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? There's so much more to life.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more to being able to do things. But for me, my take myself away is mum and dad have caravan.
I love it.
And like I went through like a period of time when I was really struggling and things like that. And I would just get in my car and drive up there.
Yeah.
And I would just walk. Through the fields.
You know what? People underestimate that. Just walking.
Just walk through the fields and like look at myself and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you actually doing? Like, and I think for me, rediscovering myself, it's holding myself accountable.
Yeah. When you went to Cambodia, did you just I know you've said you had a rediscovery. Did it give you that self-appreciation and appreciating little things?
Yes, definitely. Like when I came back, like I noticed the little things more. Yeah. Like the things that we took for granted and people over there like didn't. So like I took fidget spinners over for the little ones and colouring in and things like that, and just how excited the kids and stuff were to sit on the floor and colour in a picture.
Which charity did you go with?
It was called Camps International.
Oh, that's amazing. How long were you there for?
So I did a month. I spent my 18th birthday there.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. You know what? That's a good thing. Like you going into like womanhood, womanhood, and then you have that self-discipline.
So I spent my 18th birthday there. The villagers made me a cake. It was so cute. Like that'll stick with me forever. That journey. Like I've been saying, I want to do it again. Like it'll be 10 years next year since I went. So I feel like next year I want to look at doing another one.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere different.
Yeah. That would be amazing.
But yeah, it was an amazing experience, Cambodia. I think going to the S21 prisons. And so the S21 prison, there was only 7 survivors when they liberated it from the Khmer Rouge. There was 7 people that survived, went to the killing field, which I'll get emotional. It was insane, the killing fields. It hit me more going there than going to, like, the concentration camps from the, like, Nazis and all of that. That hit me more being at the Khmer Rouge because it was such a short period of time since it happened.
Yeah,
so
it was like fresh. It's like fresh.
30 years or something.
Yeah, so it's like
since it was all there, and you walk round, and there's 2 of them that were liberated from the S21 prison. Go back every day with a book that they've written. They go and sit in the cell that they were locked in to sell that book to people because it's the only way they can support the family.
Oh.
And I'm like, bringing that trauma back to yourself every single day.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
It is.
And so I was like, yes, I'll buy your books. So I got them signed and everything by them. So yeah, like, that was a massive rediscovery for me. And like you say, it was a rediscovery in adulthood and womanhood.
Yes, yeah. Guys, let's talk about self-forgiveness.
Oh gosh, that's a deep one.
And self-forgiveness.
Releasing the shame that you hold and how they link.
You know, I'm going to tell you, this is something that is like so difficult. It sounds easy.
It's not.
It's difficult because I think also we have to realize, like, most of the times things happen and we go back and we reflect and say, you know what, it was my fault.
Yeah.
You know, is it actually your fault?
I mean, it can be. It depends on the situation. But it's the fact that you've got to accept if it was your fault and how you move on from there, not hold that guilt and hold that shame.
Yeah.
How do you move on from accepting that it's your fault?
You know what? It's just like these series on Netflix that I've been watching.
Yes.
Well, I finished watching it. It's called The Polygamist. It's trending right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the lady, the main character right there, married this man when she was young, and then built a life and stuff like that. And then she later discovered he was cheating.
Right.
Got another woman pregnant who gave birth to twins, and married a woman 18 years ago who had a daughter. But then the woman that he married, he met the brother,
Right.
assume that he's the husband. So they will come to the house every day. They will come to the house, not every day. They will come to the house events and stuff like that. So she thought that was her sister-in-law, but in actual,
But really, it was
a sister wife.
Oh my
So
god!
all through the while, so she was pretending to be married to the brother.
What?
Crazy.
I need to watch this.
Crazy stuff. But you know what? There were moments of pockets of reflection where she was reflecting to know, like, is it her fault? What is it she did wrong? But then you look at it from the outside, she hasn't done anything.
No, like, that's not her fault at all.
She's been a good wife. She's done everything she can to support this man, you know. But then he ended up doing what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know. So it's also about, like, self-reflection, self-discovery, self-forgiveness. It's also, it's not like it goes both ways. Like, when you realize, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. I should forgive myself. And most of the times this comes from, like, the effect of a bigger traumatic stuff that happen.
I think, for example, if you like, if we go deep into this, like, that's kind of a similar situation, what you say about the polygamist, like, trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Like, the forgiveness and the shame that you feel from, like, a trauma bonding, when things are happen in that relationship, you blame yourself for, but you're not the problem there. That's right. Yeah. But it's understanding that you're not the problem. Yeah. Because you're just so used to taking the blame onto yourself.
Yeah. And also it can be like, you know, a self-reflection where at some point that's where she was reflecting on, like, should I have married him? Yeah. You know, this kind of things comes true as well.
Start questioning everything.
You start questioning everything where, I mean, like, she hasn't done anything wrong. She married him.
Married someone she was in love with.
You know, she was in love with and didn't know that he is. That's
crazy. Like, the what's the word? The deception there is unreal.
You know what? I do a lot of reflection as well myself, and well, I haven't married a polygamist. But you know what? There was a time, I think, like, it was a few months ago, I started reflecting on, like, why is it that I care so much about women being empowered? Yeah. why is it that I care so much about self-care is not selfish? It's survival. Where did that come from? You know, and I started reflecting and, you know, like, and I realized, okay, my mom, my marriage, my grandmother, you know, then I realized my grandmother, by the way, was married to my grandfather, who turned out to be a polygamist. My grandmother was the first wife.
All right, okay.
She wasn't like the second one. She was the first wife.
She was the first.
Just like this polygamy story, she married my grandfather, and then he ended up marrying more women and more women, and more women and more women. And
but do you think that's a bit of a sign of the time and the place as well?
It was just, I mean, like traditionally in Nigeria, you're allowed to marry more than one wife. Yeah. But that doesn't mean it's socially accepted.
Yeah, right, okay.
Does that make sense? So even though like that is
it's allowed.
It's allowed, but it's not socially acceptable. Like people are gonna look at you like, what are you doing? Why is that woman putting herself in that situation? So I think what happened is like my grandmother, she had like she was broken.
Right.
For a strong woman, she was very beautiful. She had her own business as well. Right. And she died young. She literally died young. I think at some point she neglected herself because all the life she wanted to build with her husband, all of that was taken away from her because he spent time, you know, marrying more women.
That's sad.
You know. And then again, if you go back to Nigerian culture as well, women marry other women. Yeah. I was just telling that to my husband.
Go for it.
No, it's not like the way they do it in the Western culture, by the way. It's different.
Like, right.
I wanted to explain to you, look at how, I'm gonna explain to you how this works. Okay. So women marry other women, but for their husband. That's how it happens.
So if you get married to a man that's already got a wife, you're marrying the wife as well?
So for example...
I thought you were like sisters.
No. So for example, if a man marries a woman, for example, and then the woman didn't bear any children for him, right? She could say, you know what, I don't want you to go and get another woman. I'm going to marry a woman. And then she will bring that woman into the marriage. Oh. And then...
So it's having some control over it.
That's what it is.
I like
Instead of allowing...
I like that. If you're going to do it that way.
Yeah, so it happens also in the culture. So that's a kind of a different way. Anyway, my mother-in-law wasn't married to this woman. So that's not the case. But I think like she went through... Like I saw her, you know, towards the later age. You know, I wasn't in Nigeria when she died. But she was heartbroken. She wasn't herself. You know, she gave up on life.
Yeah.
You know, because of this. And that's what, like, the thing about also self-forgiveness.
Yeah.
But self-forgiveness as well as self-reflection. Two
different things, but they combine.
That's true. They can. Like, if I was in her shoe, I would have, you know what? Yeah, I married this man.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's where bye-bye. Or also, like, accept life how it is.
Yeah. If you're going to stay there, then you have to take that, like you've made that decision. So like one of my friends said to me ages ago that, so she found out her boyfriend had cheated on her. Yeah. And her mum turned around to her and said, if you are going to forgive him and stay with him, then you can't bring this up again. That has to be it.
Yes.
You've chosen to stay there and forgive him. Yeah. So you can't bring it up in every conversation, in every argument. Yeah. That has to be the end of it. Yeah. And that's it's a straight way to look at it, but it is the right way to look at it. If you're going to forgive, then you can't keep bringing it up. And that's the same with self-forgiveness. Yeah. If you decide that you've forgiven yourself for something you've done and you're going to move on from it, you can't keep bringing yourself down about it.
That's true. You know what? I love my generation. Yeah. I love my generation because like my grandmother's generation and my mother's generation, they stay in marriages and relationships they're not happy in. Yeah. And then they stay just because of what people are going to say. Yeah. You know what? My generation is different. Yeah. I'm certainly not staying in a relationship or marriage where I'm not happy, where I'm not respected. Yeah. I say because of what people are going to say.
I absolutely agree with that, but does a part of you not miss? So, like, I love the, like, old-fashioned love story. Yeah. Like, and you just don't get that anymore. And that, like, work for a relationship. Do you not think the fact that people can leave so easily mean people are less likely to work for the relationship?
I understand what you mean.
And fight for it.
I understand what you mean. Yeah. That's good. That's all that is nice. So very good and romantic. But if I'm not staying in a relationship where I'm disrespected.
Oh yeah, like Lee.
You know, because that's the thing is like people get caught up with this like old relationship, love story and stuff like that. You know, my mother stayed, my grandmother stayed, and then they forget why they stayed.
Yeah.
Also, the dynamic has changed, by the way.
Yeah.
Men expect women to behave the same way their mother behaved, but they're not behaving the same way their father was. Because just the men will go out and do all
like, where's the gentleman?
Why is all like, okay, take care of my finances and I'm gonna stay home and do. No, it has to go two ways.
Yeah.
So this is the thing. It's like the dynamic has changed so much, and I'm happy we're gonna raise healthier children.
Yeah.
The generation of children we're raising is gonna be healthier.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna see us not tolerating nonsense.
I think that, and I also think they've seen, like, the kids now that are growing up will see a sort of more broken society.
Yeah.
And want to fix it. And we're the first generation in step of making that fix. So then it carries on to the next one. Yeah. Because there's still a lot wrong in this society.
Oh, definitely.
A lot. There's a lot of different things wrong than there was. But there has been a lot of changes in terms of like relationships and things. But that kind of leads us on to our next thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of who are you without other people's expectations?
Now that's like when we talk about people's pleasers.
Yeah.
It's like you wanna stay, you wanna please other people. It's like, again, my mom's generation cares so much about what people have to say.
Yeah.
And I remember like having conversation with my mom sometimes, like, oh, people are gonna say, oh, I just don't like to hear that. And every time she's telling me something and she said, oh, what people are gonna say, and I'm like, who are people? My mom says that as well. My dad says the same thing. I was like, who are those people? Where were those people? Where I was struggling?
Yeah, that's true.
And if you have to live your life to please other people and what people are gonna say, you're gonna always not be happy. You're not gonna have that satisfaction because you're not living to your full potential. That's what it is.
Yeah, you're not living to your full potential. I agree with that. I do. And I think because sometimes other people's expectations can push you though.
That's
and can give you a bit of a drive.
Well, so you look at it from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Which is good as well. It's like when people, I'm doing this for someone.
Yeah, you've got to do things for yourself. If you're doing it for other people, you're never gonna get the satisfaction, like you said.
No, but from what you said previously, okay, for example, there are things that I would want to do, but then I'm like, because of my mom.
Yeah.
I want to make her proud.
Yeah.
Because of my dad, I don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of different expectation. Now, this is different from outsiders.
Yeah. There's two different types of expectations.
Yeah. And also, it has to come from a place of love. It has to come from a place of like peace. It has to come from a place of like, okay, that person expect me to do better.
Yeah.
And that better is going to make me better as well.
Yeah. Rather than a place of like maliciousness or jealousy or... Because, if you're doing it because like people are saying you're worried about what people are going to say,
just because if you leave, people are going to be like, oh.
Yeah. Like, if you leave and stuff, you're in a long-term relationship, you're worried about leaving and people thinking, oh, like, she's wasted 5 years.
Yeah.
She actually said, when people find out what happened in the relationship and why you left, well, why did you stay?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because it wasn't that easy. Fire stayed.
That's the thing. So it's like a give and take situation. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'm the queen of doing stuff that makes me happy.
Yeah. So who are you? It still doesn't answer. Who are you without people's expectation? Are you the person? Are you like, what is your person? That's a hard thing to think about. Think about that. That is such a deep.
That is a deep question. Who are you without people's expectation?
Like, are you Cass UK or are you Cassandra?
Well, Cass UK is different.
No, but like, that's the expectation. The expectation.
That's like the expectation. People expect Cass UK to show up.
Yeah.
People expect Cass UK to deliver.
Yeah.
People expect Cass UK to carry herself in a certain way. That's different. Now, Cass UK is different from Cassandra.
Yeah, that is you.
So me is someone that is not people's pleaser.
Yeah.
Me is someone that is like, I could stay in bed. Me is someone that is lazy.
Yeah.
That is that my Cass UK personality. My Cass UK personality is someone that shows up, does stuff, has a high energy.
Yeah, which I love. So in my head with that, then the people's expectation is a good thing because it's giving you the ability to be those almost two people.
Yeah. I think it's different as well. It's like where Kasuke is a brand.
Yeah.
And so is Delicious. So in that aspect, it's like of course we have to care about what people are saying.
Yeah.
Because we are serving the community, we're serving the customers, and the feedback is good for us to know.
Yeah, definitely.
And in that aspect, I hear what you have to say if it's good feedback. Yeah,
if it's good.
You know, but there are malicious feedback in business. That's why people just say things that are, no, it's good. Bring on the feedback. I care about what you're saying in that aspect. I love it because I want to be able to grow. I want to be able to.
Yeah, definitely.
But if it's like about my personal life, I don't like people coming in.
You don't need that.
You know, I've told my like I used to get so much. My dad. Have you seen my dad? You've seen my dad before.
But if you haven't seen Cassie's dad, right, go on the Delicious page. There's a few videos that have just been posted of him. Go and have a look.
My dad gives advice every minute.
Right.
Up to the point I was like, you know what? I don't want your advice.
Let's stop. Dad, stop.
Anymore. So now it's good. I love my dad's advice.
Yeah.
But I just felt like he was giving me so much, but most of this advice about my personal life as well. So now I just told him, there was one thing I told him, you know what? I'm the one that have to make this decision for myself, for my personal life.
Yeah, that's so true.
At the end of the day, no matter what you say,
you've got to make a decision.
I'm going to make a decision based on how I feel about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. I also think, do you think this kind of relates to the thing of you've got three different personalities? You've got the person you are when you're by yourself.
Yeah.
You've got the person that you show to the people that you're close to.
Yeah.
And you've got the person that you are socially.
Yeah.
Around everyone and anyone.
That's true.
And I think that's goes hand in hand with this. Because without other people's expectations, you are that person that you are at home by yourself.
That's true. Anyway, thank you for joining us on Healing Chat by Delicious. Remember, healing isn't a destination, it's a journey. Until next time, take care of yourself because self-care is not selfish.
It's survival.
Let's see, because that's going upward.